Welcome. This is the lecture for Chapter 5, Section 2. This is just for fun. We're just going to have a little bit of a fun time watching
we're
this.
traveling from Logan to Boise, and I just proposed a math question to my beautiful wife, Chelsea. And the question, very difficult to calculate, is if you are traveling 80 miles per hour, how long does it take you to go 80 miles? Okay, what do you think, Chel? Let's go through the process. What do you think?
Well, if I run the mile in about 9 minutes.
Wait, what about the tire turning thing you were talking about? You think that affects it?
Well, I'm just guesstimating probably about, it turns about 400 times in a mile.
That's just guessing calculations?
Yeah, I don't know how you would work that out.
It'd be tough.
Yeah, so, I don't know, because if I run a mile in like 9 minutes, then, but that's when I'm out of shape. When I'm really in shape at like 7 minutes is when I'm like really in shape. And that takes me a mile. And we're going 80 miles. I'm running at about probably 10 miles per hour, if that.
Yeah.
And that's pretty fast for a human being, I think. But, it's got to take at least like 58 minutes or something.
58 minutes? It's pretty close.
To go 80 miles.
Do you want to know what the answer is?
What?
Think about 80 miles per hour.
Yeah.
So how long does it take me to go 80 miles if I'm traveling 80 miles per hour?
You are driving faster than a minute a mile.
Yeah, totally.
So I would whack 80 in half, and that's 40. Because, you're probably going 2 minutes a mile.
Just whack it in half.
Well, depends on, some cars' tires turn faster than others.
Yeah, definitely affects it.
Because, I think a truck probably is slower because it weighs more.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it also matters if your car's a stick or automatic.
Okay, Chel.
What?
Think about the term miles per hour.
MPH.
So if I say I'm driving 80 miles per hour, that means I'm going to go 80 miles in an hour.
No, you are not, because you are driving faster than a mile a minute. I can run 1 mile in 7 minutes.
That would be 60
and that's a 10.
miles an hour.
Okay? So, that's booking it too.
Okay, so if I'm going 60 miles per hour?
Then it'll take about 30 minutes.
Okay, guys, we're going to learn how to do this without so much laughter.
I'm trying to explain the answer, but...
Well, you are not making sense, because I make sense, you do not make sense. My car's tires may be they're kind of a little flat, so they may not move as fast as like a police officer's tires that are full, but
Okay, Chel, the answer?
My tires are turning maybe, I'd say about 400 times per mile.
Okay, I'm going to tell you the answer. You ready for the answer?
No, they gotta be like 1,000.
You ready for the answer? The answer to...
You don't know the answer.
I do know the answer.
You can guesstimate just like I guesstimate.
I'm not guesstimating. I'm using math and science. I'm using my own term. Okay, Chel. The answer to the question, how long does it take me to travel 80 miles if I'm driving 80 miles per hour? The answer is 1 hour. Your guess was close.
So say you drive 60 miles per hour at 60 miles. You want to go 60 miles at 60 miles per hour. Is that an hour?
Yep.
What about 40 miles at 40 miles per hour?
Then you will go 40 miles in 1 hour.
You cut that in half. They're going more than a mile a minute.
Okay, enough of the insanity. All right, we're going to move on. There we go. All right, so now we're going to talk about rates. They were going on and on about miles per hour. Rates and unit pricing. So rates are, a rate is a quotient of two quantities with different units. Remember, ratios had the same units. Rates have different units. So a rate of speed, 50 miles per hour, which means you go 55 miles in 1 hour. Rate of pay, $7 per hour. You get paid $7 for 1 hour of work. Precipitation, 2 inches per 24 hours, means it rains 2 inches every 24 hours. All right, unit rates, a rate with a denominator of 1. For example, 70 miles per 1 hour would be 70 miles per hour. Okay. All right, changing a rate into a unit rate. I don't know if you can see me anymore. That's strange. All right, I'll go back and look. Changing a rate into a unit rate, divide the numerator by the denominator and write the result over 1. Okay, so we're going to turn these into unit rates. From a 14 trips in 2 months to, right, if we take 14 over 2, we get 7 trips per month. Okay, $50,000 in 10 years. We divide that by the 50,000 by 10, and we get $5,000 per year. All right, 117.6 pounds per 8 square inches. So what is that in pounds per inch, per square inch? Okay, so we do the division. So we take 117.6, and this is one of those times I'm actually going to use a calculator instead of doing it in my head. 117.6 divided by 8, 14.7 pounds per square inch. Okay. Unit pricing is the price per 1 unit of an item. Grocery stores are required to post these so comparison shopping can occur. For example, find the unit price of the following: 150 barrels costing $4,950. So we do 150 barrels. No, we want dollars per barrel. So the dollars have to go up on top. So it's going to be $4,950 per 150 barrels. Okay, so we have to do this division, so we really have 495 over 15. $495 divided by 15. Okay, so if I had to guess, 48 is divisible by 3, and that's 12. It's going to be 120. 121, I'm guessing. Ugh, I am so far off. 33. Really? Okay, yeah, that's likely. I'm going to check this by doing 33 times the 15, 150, and I get 4950. So that is completely correct. Okay, $48 for 15 minutes. 48 divide 15. All right, so we'll do this one longhand. All right, 15 goes into 48 twice. That's 30. I do the subtraction and I get, See, my bad. It actually goes in 3 times. That's a terrible 3. We're going to stick it over here, 3. And that is 45, and I bring down the 3. Subtract, I get 3. 15 goes into 30 twice. There's a decimal place there. So that would be dollars per minute. Okay. 7 dozen for 1015. 1015 divided by 7. Seven goes into 31 4 times. That's 28. I get 3. Bring down the 5. 35 is 5. So it's going to be $1.45 per dozen. There we go. All right, one more pricing. Calculate the unit price for each of these orange juices. All right, so 64 ounces for $2.59. What I want is money per ounce. Okay, so I'm going to do 2.59 over 64, and I'm going to do 2.59 over 52. Well, since they're both $2.59, it's pretty obvious that the one that comes with the most juice is going to be the best buy, the lowest price. But we need to know exactly. So $2.59 divided by 64, I have 0.04 rounds to that. I don't want to go any more decimals than that, even though my calculator showed me more, because I can't give you a 4,000th of a dollar. You know, you can only go down to pennies. So 0.04. So it's 4 cents per ounce. Okay, and now we have 2.59. Okay, divided by 52. Now this is 0.05. It rounds. So it's, sorry, that was a mistake, 0.05 per ounce. So that's cheaper. Okay, so this is cheaper per ounce, so that's what I'm going to buy. At the beginning of a trip, the odometer on a car reads 32,567.2 miles. At the end of the trip, it reads 32,741.8 miles. If the trip took 4.5 hours, what was the rate of the car in miles per hour to the nearest tenth on average? Okay, so we have to know how far it went. So our first step is going to be to subtract, 741.8 minus 32,567.2. Well, the 232s we don't need to worry about, so we're really just subtracting those two. Okay, and then miles per hour, 4.5 hours. Okay, so 8 minus, the reason I can cross out the 32s is when I subtract 32,000 from 32,000, it goes to 0. So really I'm subtracting 567 from 741. Just so you understand why I did that. All right, the trip was 174.6 miles. And we're still dividing it by 4.5. And we get nearest tenth, so I write the whole thing, 38.8 miles per hour, or mph. Either way is fine. All right, I believe